going to wait for this to go live, and then we're going to yay. Okay, so theoretically, I'm live. Yay. We will find out soon if this works or not. I see somebody left. That's A-okay. No big deal. So, hi. Gonna center myself. Technology is technology. It breaks all the time. Who cares? No big deal. We'll figure it out. Okay. So, hi, everyone. I'm Crystal Webster. I am the founder and chief solace officer of Sharing Solace. I am also the author of the forthcoming book, Confessions of a Griever, turning a hot mess into a haute message, laughable lessons for when life just sucks. So, but above that, above founding Sharing Solace and writing a book, I am Madeline's mother, most importantly. Period. End of sentence. I am Madeline's mom. The end. So if you have not figured out, I've had all kinds of technical difficulty. I think it is running across Facebook and Instagram notoriously. So if you are here, give me a thumbs up. Send me some hearts. Type in the comments. Let me know that I'm not staring at a black screen again, because I would really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, oh, happy birthday, Bricky. So seeing how this is like the 8th time I've actually done this, I forgot to let you know that today is my sister's birthday, and she might have some big news coming up, but that is not my news to share. So, yeah, happy birthday, Brick. I had some very, very interesting conversations this morning. I talked to someone like me who is like a wannabe therapist. We do things that are very around mental health and, but I'm not licensed. I'm not anything. I'm just a lady that has been there and done that. And then I spoke to an actually licensed clinical therapist. And those conversations were very interesting. There was something that, I've said it before, I'll say it again, you can grieve anything. You can grieve this global pandemic and grieve what you've lost, and also be grateful for the things that the stay-home order and the social distancing and everything has presented to you. And I feel like that is so important to remember. We're both seeing on social media where people are negating the loss of the spring of 2020. They are negating the loss of the things that they are losing because of all of the things that are going on in the world. We can't really go anywhere other than the grocery store if we absolutely have to. And we're missing out on dance recitals and birthday parties and proms and all kinds of stuff. We are missing out on those things, but we're forcing ourselves to find, well, haha, I got the semester off school, or I get to work from home, or I get to do this, or I get to do that. We get to do both. You can both grieve what you've lost and be thankful for the things that you have. And I think that is killer right now. And that is something that people are trying to hurry up and negate the grief to find the gratitude. Do both. I'm here to tell you that both of those emotions can happen at the same point, at the same time. One thing that I am really, I'm obviously very grateful that I get to do this, and I get to be laser focused on helping people through their grief and really focus on sharing solace and all the great things that it's doing. But one thing I realized in this conversation with my therapist friend is that I also need to allow myself to grieve the 10th birthday party I thought I was going to get to have for my daughter. And now it appears that I have to move it online. I was ready to have balloons and cake and ice cream and party games and hats and bring together a whole bunch of people to honor the short life that she had and celebrate that, and launch the book too. But I was really excited to be able to do that and have that party, which now, even if the stay-at-home order is dropped or whatever, I don't see how I'm going to be able to have more than 5 people in a room at the same time, especially if, this is the one reason we're getting together. And that, I don't think I realized it until this morning, is I am grieving that loss that I've been putting this birthday party together in my head for a year. It's been a decade. She's turning 10. I'm releasing the book at the time of, for her birthday. Like I had such big plans for this. And granted, we're still going to have a birthday party. The book is still going to launch on her birthday, May 19th. Like, what I can control, I'm controlling, because I'm a type A and OCD, and that's what I can do, is I can control some things. But the things I can't control, I'm realizing I can't control them and letting them go. So I'm grieving the loss of that reality that I thought I was going to get to have. And also, I am grateful for the fact that, everyone in my house is healthy. I get to be laser focused and really make this book and the words and the advice that it gives, everything. I get to do all of these things. I get to spend quality time with my husband. I get to do some of the household projects that I've been putting off because I haven't had time. Like, I get to do all those things, but I can also grieve the loss of that reality that I was hoping I got to have. So first, allow yourself to grieve, and also allow yourself to be grateful. You can do both, and do not sweep the grief under the gratitude rug, which is something that I think that's going to be like a new catchphrase of mine. Like, you can be both and allow yourself to do both. That's the only way to really be positive and be healthy, is have grief and gratitude. So that is a really long way to say birthday party stuff is coming up. I'm still going to do a birthday party for Maddie. I'm still going to have a book release party. It's just going to be virtual because that's what we have to do right now. It's super important that this happen on her birthday. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to figure it out. So now that we're, 10 minutes into this, and I think I got all of the bits and pieces moving, let's actually read the story, shall we? Okay, so yesterday we picked This Is Not a Test as the story that we would read today. So here we go. Let's read it, shall we? This is not a test. I think many childhoods look like mine. Pretty much everything you did prepared you for the next thing. You practiced for the big game. You rehearsed so you remembered your lines on opening night. You studied so that you knocked it out of the park on the final exam. Everything you did set you up for the next bigger and better thing. Even as an adult, I'm constantly working on my one step ahead. Once I just hurry up and finish this one thing, I can springboard into the next job, project, promotion, activity, role, whatever it is. In junior high school, with all of my scrunchies, my neon-colored gel pens, and my super cool JanSport backpack, I was the epitome of cool. Between choir and theater and my group of friends that called ourselves the Mixed Fruits, I was just way too much to handle. We even had different fruit names. I was something that is rutabaga red. As a complete theater nerd, I spent every day after school in the gymatorium perfecting my craft. One year we did a cute little one-act play called This is a Test by Steve and Greg. It was the perfect length and emotional level for 13 to 15-year-old kids. Even all those years later, this particular play sticks in my mind, if for no other reason than its catchy little chorus. There was a choir of 3 in the back of the stage dressed in all black that every few minutes would hold up a thing, an object. It could be a pen, a book, a chicken, a test, a shoe, and they'd recite, "This is a pen." A what? A pen. A what? A pen. Oh, a pen. Needless to say, for the rest of the school year and beyond, even to this day, decade later, my friends and I would hold up random things and sing the chorus, because at the time we were 13 and still act like we're 13-year-old idiots that have all the time in the world. So now, every time I think of a test, real, imaginary, or of the emergency broadcast system, I can't help but think of my 13-year-old self and this silly little play. One thing that I constantly recited to myself after Madeline's death was, "This is not a test." A what? Not a test. A what? Not a test. Oh, not a test. This is not a test. This is not a lesson. This is not school. You haven't studied for this. You cannot pass or fail. No one is setting you up. This is not a test. If you see your loss and grief as a test, then you can only assume that you believe you could have prepared more. Even if it was just a pop quiz, you could have studied harder, reviewed your notes, paid better attention in class, or even cheated off your neighbor's paper. Your loss is not a test. You haven't prepared for this any more than you could have. You couldn't have gotten a better grade. You couldn't have cheated your way out of it. Life is loss, and loss is life. Your loss is just that, a loss. Please understand that and don't try to make it any more than that. Experience it, feel it, and choose to move forward, coming back to those feelings anytime you need. Don't try to guilt yourself out of grief. I think that Tim Lawrence, author of the article, "Everything Doesn't Happen for a Reason," said it best. Your loss is not a test. Your loss is not a lesson. Your loss is not a gift. Your loss is loss. So, there we go. This is not a test. The story of today's story. So, yeah, there we go. What do you think? Do you think that your loss is a test? Do you think that this is just setting you up for the next thing? Do you think you need to prepare for this so that you can be ready for the next? I'm very curious what you know and what you think. So, for tomorrow, we got 3 options for tomorrow's story. Let me look and see what I can find. All right, tomorrow's story, section A, or option A, not section. Option A. Not quite sure how you feel about your loss? Maybe you need more information. Read When in Doubt, Get More Information. Or B. Once you can accept that your loss is just that, a loss, you'll set yourself free, and it's an amazing feeling. Read You'll Set Yourself Free. Or C. It's okay that you're sad and grieving over any type of loss. Maybe you need the reminder that any loss is grievable. So A is When in Doubt, Get More Information. B is You'll Set Yourself Free. And C is Any Loss is Grievable. In the comments, just click A, B, or C. Let me know what you want to read. We will read that tomorrow, theoretically at 1:30 Central Time. Given that I had like 1,000 technical problems, this wouldn't happen and this wouldn't happen, and I couldn't figure it out. We will see if it actually works. Hopefully, I'm at least recording this so we can, watch the replay. So that's my hope. For those of you that have tagged along the whole way, one of these we've actually already read before, I believe, and that is A-OK. That's the nature of this. That's the nature of life and grief. You know, it doesn't work linearly. You move along and you think you're moving along, and then all of a sudden you have to flip back and you have to do something again, and you have to circle back around so that you know, you might have to do things 2 or 3 or 4 times. And that's just the nature of it. That's how we're going to do this. So it looks like C right now is in the lead, that any loss is grievable. We will read that. Oh, I see a B too. So I see a B, and I see a C, and I see a C, and I see a B. So right now we're in a tie. I guess we'll find out what happens. So vote just in the comments, A, B, or C, and we will go from there tomorrow. So don't forget that. I think today specifically, I'm going to do over on Facebook a watch party, just because we've had so many issues today, technical issues today. But I also want to remind you to go to sharingsolace.com/book to, 1, get the first 2 chapters in writing so you can read those whenever you'd like. 2, that'll sign you up so that I can help you remember to come back every day and do these and vote for what we read the next day. Seeing as this has been a hot mess, I don't know how this will work today, but yeah. So sharingsolace.com/book. 1 gets you all the information about the book as in whole. It will, you know, you got to kind of scroll down past the buy the book, like flashing lights, but there's a little video and a whole bunch of details on the book as a whole. And then if you click the purple here words, there's like finger emojis pointing to the purple word here. That will take you to sharingsolace.com/confessions preview, and that way you can, that's where you sign up to get the first 2 copies, the first 2 chapters of the book, and all that good stuff. And then you're allowing me to help you, to help you remember to come back tomorrow. If I remember to actually set it up so it actually works. But more importantly than that, I want to know what you want to read tomorrow. A, B, or C. When in doubt, get more information. You'll set yourself free, or any loss is grievable. So hopefully this worked. Maybe it didn't. Cross your fingers, knock on wood, that this worked. I'm wearing my grateful shirt today to remind myself that there are things to be grateful for. I got to open the window today, and I'm excited about that. So yes, please vote. Please let me know what you want to read tomorrow. This will be saved so that we can rewatch it. I'll probably do a watch party later tonight, just because I was running late with this not showing up and that doing that. And I will tally the votes at the end, well, probably tonight before I go to bed, whatever time that is, somewhere between 11 o'clock at night and 3 o'clock in the morning. I will tally the votes. We'll pick that out, and that's what we'll read tomorrow. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope the weather is beautiful where you are, because that's about all we can experience. At least you can see the sun. And remember to get grateful. See you real soon. Well, see you tomorrow. Not just real soon. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.